kind of went in the background, but by the time, you know, anybody was scared of it, they had developed. I'm sure there's a vaccine. Well, we probably all got it, you know, at some point.
Like when we were a baby.
No, the vaccine. But I think, you know, that thing about herd immunity, you know what that is?
No.
It's when it's when enough people in a society get, like, there's something going on like COVID. It's when enough people in the society get vaccines to where the disease is starting to have nowhere to go, and so it kind of dies out. There's people who are actually, you know, it kind of makes me mad, but I think Kenny and maybe Jason and Melissa will be like this. They end up not getting it and being protected because everybody else has the vaccine. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that's herd immunity. So that happens a lot too. But he's right. Once in a while, usually
It's very rare though.
it's very rare, and it's usually like a really poor ass place. Yeah, that they don't have vaccines. But thank God for science. Right?
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah,
Anyway.
it killed like half of the Earth population.
Oh yeah. Well, don't think COVID wouldn't do it too, or the Spanish influenza.
If you didn't get the vaccine, you know, it could be.
You know about the Spanish influenza, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you know
There's
this? I have trivia
There's
about
like a
Spanish
virus.
influenza.
There's a pandemic every 100 years.
Well, there can be.
Like Spanish flu is 1920.
Yes, like about
1918.
1917 and 1920.
Yeah.
Okay, get this. When I saw this, like, I think it was a show,
Appleworks.
like something on YouTube, I think. People didn't, you know, I knew about the Spanish influenza all my life, but I was really creeped out by it because, you know, before the COVID, you know, the closest thing might have been AIDS, but that was completely different. So when, you know, you would see pictures of people back with the Spanish influenza, they were wearing masks. They were, you know, they would be on like streetcars wearing masks stuff, but you never really, you know, it killed a lot of people. It pretty much decimated.
That's like
another
second.
generation.
We have like a leaderboard of.
Oh, I don't know.
There's like a leaderboard of like pandemics and stuff, and that is Spanish flu is like second. The Black Death is like first.
Yes. Anyway, so you never really, usually you don't hear. When you think of just everybody's dying. You get it, you're gone. You know, your history. And so it was really scary.
Yeah.
Well, I saw this thing. They were talking about people when it was over. People really kind of like we're doing with COVID. I think really just want to put it way far away and forget about it. Really go back to reality or normality.
Wait, how did they get rid of the plague?
I
it just went
do
away.
believe it kind of burned itself out after decimation, but now, of course, there's vaccines.
It's 75 million to 200 million people died.
Wow. But get this.
There was only 600 million people in the world.
So, really?
Yeah.
Are you reading this or is this?
No, I'm not reading this. I learned this in school.
Dang. I got mine from like YouTube. But it's true because I looked it up.
I focus.
Anyway, so they don't really talk about. There were survivors of the Spanish flu, and do you know who some of them were?
Who?
Walt Disney.
Walt Disney, really?
Walt Disney. You're Walt Disney. Now imagine how different the world would be if he would have died, and he almost did, because Spanish.
That's creepy. The world would have been way different.
Think about it.
No Disney.
No movies, no theme park, no Mickey Mouse, no nothing.
That's actually crazy.
Yes.
I think there's so much stuff.
And cartoons itself. I mean, if I'm for Walt Disney, I mean, cartoons were different.
Yeah.
You know, he influenced that whole thing.
Like, imagine if 9/11 never happened. Like, what if?
Oh yeah.
Like, you know how much different the world.
I watched the Family Guy episode where
flying.
there was like a war. If it like
There's so much stuff that happened.
he stopped 9/11, whatever.
As a result, yes. There's a whole book about what if JFK never died or got shot.
I think it's weird how like anything you do affects your future. Like literally like
Back
anything.
to the Future.
Yeah, like anything you do, like you can like go like say you want to go like eat somewhere. That can affect your future like greatly than something.
One small thing.
Yeah, like, anything you do just changes everything.
Like us right now in the car driving, we decided to go in the car. You know, something just can
Yeah,
happen.
don't get real weird though. It can start freaking you out. Okay, so you have your Walt Disney, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you also have Amelia Earhart.
Really?
Yeah.
She got
You
it?
know who Amelia Earhart is?
Yeah, she
Okay, think about that for a
Did
minute.
you say she got Spanish flu?
Yes.
She did?
Yes. So think about that. It almost died.
So
But
she was
all these people, remember, every person.
the mystery would have never happened.
Yes, every person, these famous people, and there's a whole bunch of them, but I'm trying to pick out the ones I think you would know. The whole world would be different, and all of them had, it was almost a death sentence.
Yeah.
And
I know.
and Walt Disney, and I can tell you this about Walt Disney. Walt Disney, when he got it, I think he was working at like a World War I Army hospital or something, and it was all over. It was devastated by the Spanish flu. So he catches it, and he's really
Sick.
deathly sick. So
How old was he? Do you know?
he was pretty young. I think he might have been around your age.
Oh wow.
Well, a little older, early 20s. So they're old enough to be in the army. So, but still young.
Didn't she have to be like 14? Couldn't she be like 14 in the army?
No, we can't be 14.
Well,
Maybe in some other country.
during World War II.
No. God, they got a Trump flag. Anyway.
That's everywhere.
Right there.
My brother likes Trump though.
Well, I don't know.
That's sad. Well, I'm sorry. But, I mean, it's amazing because we actually have another
Yeah, I know.
president. Anyway, so they said they told Walt Disney, they said, you got a choice. You can try to recover here in our field, in our hospital, where people are trying to recover. Or we can send you home. And they said, we'll tell you this. Everybody that's been in our hospital to recover has died.
Oh.
He said, I'm going home. So he went home, and his mother took care of him, and he recovered.
You recovered.
So if you
Yeah.
went to the hospital,
Huh?
if you went to the hospital,
Yeah, no more Walt Disney. So, and Amelia Earhart, get this. Amelia Earhart survived Spanish flu only to get lost
Yeah, I know.
in her airplane.
Nobody knows where she went, right?
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
And she had
They found
permanent
bones on her
damage in her sinuses from the Spanish flu. It affected her sinuses. She always had weird stuff going
Yeah.
on.
But didn't she fly over the ocean and get lost?
Was
she
trying to
almost
circle
made it across the
globe.
world. She almost made it across the world. It was like her last stop.
Where'd they lose her at?
I think Adam, you want to answer that?
Yeah, there's this island that, well, basically when she was like
She was trying to land in.
she was
Marshall
saying
Island.
saying in the thing like that, like her coordinate,
I'm sorry, Howland Island. She was trying to land on Howland Island.
her coordinate. They're like she was telling everybody, but she couldn't hear them, but they can hear her.
Yes.
And she's saying, "I'm lost. I
Yeah,
need help."
she
She was
couldn't-
telling the coordinate, "I am here. I'm on
she was
slow
flying
fuel."
over, and they were trying. It was bad because it's Pacific and it's huge, and the island she's trying to land on
It's-
very small.
They searched through Nicaragua Island,
Nicaragua.
and they found bones on there.
Well,
Yes.
I don't really go by that because you know why? Because
Nicaragua.
that island used to be called Saipan, and my dad, your great grandfather, when he was in the war, he served on Saipan. He
Really?
attacked that beach, so he was there, and he never told me they found anything. So he would know. Anyway,
But they've been
so there's other people. I don't know if you're familiar with them. John Steinbeck,
It sounds familiar.
author. He wrote A Beast of Eden and Mice and Men. And
Oh,
Great
Mice and Men.
Corral.
I know what Mice and Men is.
Him. And he got it so bad, he almost died, of course. And he actually said it changed his life. He said that he could not even think about it without getting upset. He couldn't deal with it. His whole life was different. And
The Spanish flu?
yes, he had to get one lung removed.
What did the Spanish flu even do to you?
It's like a flu. It's like in the
like
lungs.
COVID.
And he had to have a lung. Kind of like COVID. It goes into your lungs.
You know what during the Black Plague, they had these things that would, like bubbles that would like come on you.
Black.
They would pop.
It turned your skin black, didn't it?
There were these bubbles, and the plague doctors, they just did random things. They didn't really know what they were doing. They just did the most random stuff.
They did their best.
Like sometimes they'll have like maybe like an animal bite you or something.
Yeah.
Something to bite you, like they had like venom.
Yeah, they
Snake
tried
venom.
everything. Well, it just shows you, people.
Because it was 1300s.
But yes, people have, this whole thing about the COVID, and I'm sorry, but there's polio. There has been diphtheria. So many.
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln had 2 sons. I think they both died of it's either cholera or diphtheria. But we have vaccinations against both now.
Huh. That's weird. That's creepy.
Yes,
Like, what if we had those vaccinations back then?
they would have been on.
Yeah.
Alright, who else died? Spanish flu. Who almost died?
Oh gosh, let me think. Well, there was Kaiser Wilhelm I. He was the king of Germany basically during World War I. Woodrow Wilson, the U.S. president.
Yeah.
Now he died in office due to a stroke. Oh, this is interesting. You won't know him, but it's interesting. Okay, there's during the time of the Spanish flu was right when they were starting to make movies really popular. But they were all those silent movies, like the old timey Draculas and all that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there were some famous actresses. They were sisters. It was Lillian and Dorothy Gish.
Where are we going?
Cruising?
I'll go to Starbucks.
Yes. You can go
Isn't that right here?
It's around here somewhere.
Okay,
I don't know if I can
okay.
access my thing. Let me see if I can access my thing.
Continue your talk.
I thought it was like down here.
Oh, it's on the
There's one in Greenwood also.
left. There it is.
I see it.
It's on the left side. Okay, I don't know if I can get this, but I'm gonna try.
But yeah, we're doing like a project, like on the medieval time, whatever. I don't know. Look at Walmart, by the way.
Oh, what are they doing tomorrow?
Yeah, they're doing something to it.
But basically, we're doing a project on the ages time, whatever. I don't know what it's called. I forgot. But there's different topics you can do, like witchcraft and all that stuff,
Oh yeah.
like Vikings. I don't know. I'm doing the Black Death.
Oh, are you? Well, no one knows much about it.
No, but he told us we just got taught like lessons about it and stuff. Whatever.
Oh, that's cool. I think that's so interesting. Scary, but interesting. I can't access this, so we don't have to go to Starbucks unless we want to. We could go somewhere else.
Oh, where do you want to go to? I'm just
Dollar Tree's right here. So where I want to go.
Let's see. God, I wish there was a Sonic. We could just. I'm gonna sit outside.
You can go in your like first store or something, whatever. Dollar Tree.
He's supposed to go to the store.
There's a
Buffalo.
Yeah, but we can still do that. Let's just get coffee like at Starbucks or something. We could